Hello, fabulous fourth graders. Welcome to writing. Today we are going to be working on our second paragraph of our opinion piece. So let's dive right in. You have been working on crafting your opinion piece on whether or not you like in-person school or virtual learning better. So today we're going to be talking about the second paragraph. Now, the second paragraph is really the first paragraph of your body portion of your piece. Okay, you're going to have 5 total paragraphs. The first is your introduction, then you have your 3 reason paragraphs, and then you have your conclusion paragraph. Today we're going to be working on paragraph 2, which is the first paragraph of our body, which we're going to be introducing our very first reason why we like in-person school or virtual learning. Now, the teachers, as you remember, our example is whether we like to eat out or eat at home. And we chose, as teachers, to eat at home. We thought eating at home was a better option. So let's look at our example. So I'm taking this from our graphic organizer. This is our reasons and support for our very first reason and its support. And you can see it's titled Paragraph 2. So our first reason for eating at home, why we think it's a better option, is because we get to spend more quality time with your family. And we give 3 pieces of evidence or 3 supports as to why we think that that's right. So it says our first piece of evidence is when eating out, you often feel rushed. You can't enjoy the meal. Sometimes you feel like you got to go. So cooking and eating at home allows for longer family quality time experience. The second piece of evidence, it says you get to share your experiences with your family. An example that one of our teachers says, oftentimes when they eat at home together, they go around the table and they share whether or not they share their best moment of the day and then their worst moment of the day. So it's a good time for parents or for family to communicate with one another. And then the last piece of evidence that we thought was a good piece was that we can share family values. What does your family stand for? Okay, what does your family believe in? It's a good time to talk about that as well. So how do we turn this into a paragraph? Okay, so you can see at the top there that I have my first reason and my 3 pieces of evidence. So our first reason should be our very first sentence. And just like we've been learning in reading this past week, we've been talking about sequencing. And we're using those sequence words. So the first reason, that first word there, should be first. That is a great sequence word because we're introducing our first reason. So as you can see, I said the first reason I think that eating at home for dinner is best is because you can have quality time with your family. And then I go on to give each one of my evidences, there's evidence 1, 2, and 3, its own sentence. And I kind of expanded upon each one of those evidences and kind of fleshed it out, gave it more meat in the sentence. Okay, I added some words, some flavor. It says for evidence 1, often when you eat out, we feel rushed. But when you eat at home, you have time to cook and eat together. Evidence 2, my family always takes time to share each person's best part of the day and their worst. You see, that's my evidence 2 cents. And then finally, evidence 3, this gave everyone an opportunity to support and praise one another. This helps our family grow closer together and bond with one another. So you get to grow closer together when you communicate with one another those experiences. See how I kind of added those things in there to kind of even expand on my second piece of evidence. And then finally, it also gives parents the time to share their family values with their families. So there's my paragraph that I wrote. Notice I did that indentation right there on that first part. That's what you do when you write a paragraph. You indent. You just press that tab key. And I got about 4 or 5 sentences here. I think I ended up having 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6 sentences. I think I added a couple extra sentences to explain some of my pieces of evidence. And you feel free to do that too. If you think that I need maybe a couple sentences to explain my evidence, then you guys can do that. Don't think you just need one for each piece. So now it's your turn. What are you going to need? You need your rough draft and your graphic organizer. And I want you're going to turn your graphic organizer into, you're going to turn it into your rough draft. You're going to write that second paragraph. Remember, that's that first body paragraph where you're introducing your very first reason. You're turning your reasons into that introduction sentence for your paragraph. And then you're turning into your evidence into those support sentences that could support or hold up your evidence. All right, you guys go ahead and get started on that. I hope you guys have a great day.